A VFR landing? Not a chance. Yeah, windy.com. Captain Monty, windy.com. I can't do that, Supai, because I don't know everything there is to know about flying. Well, the ILS is on the opposite runway, so we're going to go for an RNAV approach, go down to MDA, and if we can't see the runway, then we'll... The other choice is to basically go missed, reprogram the sat-nav for an ILS, and then try shoot the ILS on the opposite runway. Block DME is 110. We could get it punched in anyway, the nav. We'll see how it goes. If we do land on 2-2, then the apron's on the left, so... Yeah, I don't know, Vinyl. We'll see, mate. We'll see. It cleared up into Nashville. But who knows what it'll do in this. You planning to do 15 minutes? Yeah, I was going to do some RNAV stuff, Ben, for the 15-minute stuff. I was going to cover some RNAV approaches. Maybe in the TBM in the caravan again. But then what I want to do is I want to go back and then do like ILS approaches, but in a 6-pack aircraft. Yeah? As in not using modern avionic glass. Like going back and doing it with the needles. For people who want to see that. Exactly, like a 152 without autopilot. I sound very sad, do I? Does the stream get uploaded to YouTube? Yes. If you go to my second YouTube channel, so you've got Squirrel and you've got SquirrelPlus. SquirrelPlus has all of my archive streams on it. Mr. Chippy, you're slightly wrong there. You don't copy the A32NX folder. Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking delivery one. Ignore me, carry on. No, you're right. Delivery one, you have to go inside the top folder and drag delivery stuff out. It's the reason you fly this plane. The reason I'm flying this plane is because I'm playing on air. And we hired one. And I don't have much money in on air, so this is all we can afford to rent. Oh my god. What on earth? What on earth is the GPS system doing? I knew it would go screwy when it got there. It's trying to go to... Look, it was trying to go to D0. Now it's trying to go back to Zucam. So it's just doing like a full circle. Okay. I don't... Yeah, it's basically flying away from Zurkam because it is completely and utterly broken. Alright, this is going to be fun. Direct only goes to what you're directed to, then once it reaches that, it goes back to the same waypoint. Yeah, but it doesn't. It's literally, if you look at it, it's back coursing right now. It's like somebody ticked the back course mode on the GPS and it's flying from SRB back to Nashville. It won't... We did this last time. We literally did this last time. Look, enter. Transition. I don't really want that transition. Do not want that transition. Nav 02. Zurkam. Activate. And now, look what it's doing now. Look, it's literally trying to fly us away again. It's just crazy. It's actually just mad. It's trying to back course us all the way. You know, I just don't know what it's doing. It's properly broken. Cloud! Look at this! I can see! We can actually see what we're doing. That's amazing. We just came out of the cloud. Well, there's some good in all this. Okay, we're almost down at 4,400, which is where we're supposed to be capturing at Wotek. Ooh. Nice round here. You had that once you switched to heading mode, did all the inputs until landing. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now. We'll see how we get on. The only annoying thing is we're not getting distance markers now. We've lost a lot of information because this thing's gone crazy. Like, normally, in a G1000, you can go into flight plan, you can start deleting things out. But you can't do it with this, and the menu button just has no option for it. Let's see how we get on. getting a bit bumpy. So according to the chart, we should be at Wasser, but 3,800. I like waypoint, then press clear. Oh, I'm not going to faff around with that right now. Got to fly this plane. It's a little bit early on profile. Now it's confused. Right, how do I activate that now? Is it possible to activate? Oh, I don't know. Forget it. It's all broken. I've not been flying the twin engines much, B7, to be honest with you. Yeah, well, once we got out the cloud, it's a lot easier, right? Needs to get some flaps in. How's on air subsonic? I'll have a better idea when we finish this flight. We can actually spend some points, maybe. This will be the first paid delivery, so we'll see what happens with the expenses and stuff. When you have the backcourse issue, you just shut off AP and use flight director to fly past the waypoint. Which most of the time we'll switch the waypoint to the next one. Interesting. I'll have to try that. It's a really frustrating bug. I had it yesterday as well.
final runway 22.
I think Honor has that stuff, yeah. I've saw an A320 in there for sure.
Weed 220 at 2 knots.
TJ Vale, welcome back. I like the Honor weather announcement on you when you're on short final. And it gives you the wind. That's nice. Yeah, apron's on the left there, you can see it. I believe we picked up the cargo. I definitely remember clicking on load. Oh, you... Just got penalised for not having my landing lights on. It doesn't make allowances of the fact that my avionics completely broke mid-flight. But whatever.
Landing time logged. Landed at Kilo Sierra Romeo Bravo, Upper Cumberland Reg.
That's hilarious. Let's go and park over here. Come on, fight you, bro. I'll fight you. Ah, yeah, I thought you'd run away. Scaredy. Don't like a spinning prop, do you? Right, pito's coming off. Flaps going back up.
Engine off time logged. End of flight, registered in on-air company.
Level 2 obtained. Okay, what does it mean? Oh, what? That is the worst noise ever. That's not the sound you make when you level up. That's the sound you make when your little Pac-Man has just run into a ghost. Dear me. Was that the only soundbite file they could find on the internet? Reputation change positive. We lost 0.02% for the landing lights. Comfort bonus. Aircraft handling bonus. So, how much money did we get paid for that? Job finished. Payment for cargo. Where do I get a money breakdown? Click the show flight record button. Dashboard. Company, then cash flow. Cash flow history. This one. Well, it went down there, and then it went down again, and it went up. Value 12,000. Flight logs. So it cost $186 to rent. Where's the income? Where's the income breakdown? I literally just want an income statement. I want to know what I got, what my expenses were, and what my profit was. That's what I want. Dashboard current cash. Cash flow statement. 5,000 for goods delivered. 187 for rent. $20 landing fee. $217 for the fuel I put in. So we made about 4,000 something out of that, right? Get a big plane so you do a bigger job. Baby steps, dude. That was cash flow statement. Right, so if you click on the cash, it takes you to the cash flow statement, right? Company value. If you click on that, what happens? Share capital. Loans. You don't get a free 172 when you're in Thunder mode. Thunder mode. Cargo services. Here we go. Income and expenses. So there's 2,100 is tied up in the rental bond, which I presume when I return the aircraft, I get that back. Yeah, I hope so. If you did a tutorial, you get a free 172. Not when you're in Thunder mode. You don't get that when you're in Thunder Hardcore. If you play on easy mode, you can get a nice free plane. Right, level 2. What do we want here? Oh, if you return it to the... Ah, that's interesting, Vinyl Rabbit. So if you fly it back to the place you got it from and return it, you get the whole bond back. But if you don't, I take it... How much do I charge you to fly it back? Should we get a passenger license then? There we go. Save that. Got 2 skill points left. I've no idea what to spend them on yet. It's cheap, a couple of hundred, fair enough. So it's more or less like the fuel, really. It probably works out like the fuel to fly it back, doesn't it? If you rent it in California and drop it in Florida, you'll be out 100K. Seriously? Right, what do we bank loan, boarding, trading, fuel loading speed? I don't care about these yet because I've only got small planes. FBO agreement. You can build an FBO, get a logistic query license for one sector. Delivers every 5 days. Eek. Bank loan, do I want a bank loan yet? Probably not. Is this any use to me when you're in Thunder mode or whatever? Because you can't have any AI, can you? But I take it, do you still have employees? I don't know. If you want to work towards medical jobs, what these? Oh, that's a scumbag. You have to get fuel loading speed just to get a last minute job. Why would they hide these behind fuel loading? Hiring is useful for when you need a co-pilot. Oh, I see. So if you fly the Airbus, you have to hire a co-pilot. Interesting. That's a good one. So I'm guessing for now then I'll just not spend those points because I'm not really sure what I want to spend them on. Negotiate aircraft ownership. See, 10%, when you're buying the bigger planes, that's a lot. I thought I already pressed save on this. Right then, so I need to find... What else is under here? Management, live operations, whatever that is. Flight logs, employees, aircraft, accounting, balance sheet. That was that one. Global market. Actually, no, I should have something under pending now, shouldn't I? So I've now got... Oh my god. It's like a multi-hop job. Anything above the 208 needs a co-pilot. Blimey. Only the heavies need a co-pilot. Planes that can take more than 12 passengers need a flight attendant. What? So you've got to hire a flight attendant and then a co-pilot? Well, I need to fly these, don't I? Rather than fly, rather than look for jobs, I need to get these out of the way because you get bonuses, don't you? Work towards the medical jobs. Why? Do they pay well or something? You can search for other jobs in the logistics center to make extra money. Oh, I see what you mean. So you can basically take one of these here and then look for other things to go with it. Missions are great for XP, but don't pay very well. Yeah, but if we can double them up, it'll pay well. We know that the weather was terrible over here, so we'll fly either south or east. So what we want is something that goes to KX or Klug, is that? King Air got changed to only needing a pilot. Let's make a note of this. So we want KX or Klug, or possibly M33 if you want a really short hop. So that's cargo, and that's one passenger to Klug. So now, I guess, I want to go to find jobs from... We're at KSRB, aren't we? You can put this in a new window. How? You can load up cargo from multiple airports and not have to come back for each one. Okay. This doesn't look good. You can regenerate the mission and hope for a better circuit. As if. When on the jobs page, that's this one, you can pop out a window with the square with an arrow, second menu bar, top left. Why is this taking forever? You're having issues as well. Maybe they've had a hard drive corruption. Calculates the payload. Remember to include 190 pounds of the pilot. See, I don't believe that. I don't believe there's no jobs. Right, KSRB is where we are, isn't it? To the left where it says connected to Microsoft Flight Simulator, click the blue button with the arrow. This one. So now we've got 2 windows. Okay. Right. KSRB, where are they going? Going to Kitties, no good. Going to Krupp. 79KY, 38A. Was that on the list? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. None of those go where we want. It lets you see the pending job and pick new jobs at the same time. So you can basically look at that whilst being able to do that, is what you're saying. Group flights at 5 p.m. my time. So none of those are any good, are they? Didn't somebody say you can try regenerating the mission? Might get some more lucky stuff. Let's try that. Are you sure you want to regenerate? All progress within this mission will be lost. Yeah. Do it. Okay, what have we got now then? Oh my god. Wait, there's one going back to KBNA now. That's some crazy hoppage. From KBNA to KSRB. Well, that's not good. I'm over here now. So there's one there, then one down here, then one over there, then one over here, then one up there. These feel like very short hops, those. That's not that bad. They're all interconnected. They are. Some of them feel really short. The mission always starts you from the back. Can you take them out of order? Do you have to go to KBNA and take them in order? Or can you sort of... Can I do the second leg first because I'm already at SRB? Any order you want. Okay. Well, that might work. So the first one would be from SRB to Klug. And I don't see anything going to Klug. In fact, I don't see any link up between that and that. At all. That one's more like a chain rather than bringing everything back to the home base. Yeah, the first one was like a spoke thing, wasn't it? Trouble is, like you're saying, they bring you XP, but they don't bring you good money. Medical transport. Look at the cash. Oh my god. That does pay pretty well, doesn't it? Change the range to very short when you search. Well, this one. I don't think it's going to help us, though. Because the jump from KSRB to here, I've still got to make that jump. Maybe then I should just fly missions because I'm going to get money for that. As opposed to these things. Like, that's 7,500 once you've done 5 jobs. That's going to be... The first leg starts in KBNA. Yeah, it does, but I'm in SRB with a plane. I'm here with a plane. This doesn't help me. You get 2,000 XP. Is that a lot? All right, guess we're going to Clug then. Well, Clug has an RNAV into 2-0, which is nice. It has a 7-day free trial, yeah. You don't have to do them in order. No, but I have to do them where my plane is, right? So, let's see. We'll take KSRB to Clug. We'll take that one. Well, it seems to me you need XP to get the medical thing. And once you've got the medical thing, you can make lots of money. That's kind of what it feels like. And I've got to grind 100 grand before I can create a virtual airline. And then we need more money just to get a FBO, I think. You're going to fly over your house. Nice. Looks like we're killing on air again. I guess they've had a perfect storm here because FSE's been overloaded. Everybody's gone onto 1R and now they're overloaded. I think that what works to think time constraint. I think because it's the starter missions, I assume the constraint's fine. Oh my god, come on. Once you get a VA, the skill tree is fully unlocked for VA jobs. So you can do VA jobs for medical without having learned it yourself. Huh. That's a good one. Well, they need to get more servers, Fluffy Bunny, because the niche sim game add-on sector was not prepared for Microsoft Flight Sim Game Pass tsunami of users. Isn't that the truth? You wait till console comes. Although I kind of wonder, like, people who have a console probably not going to be able to use On Air and stuff like that, are they? Like, it has to be built into the game for them to use it. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, you know, you're actually paying money for this. This is a bit frustrating, right? Benna, thank you for gifting us up to Fluffy Bunny. Welcome. They could fly on console and run on a PC. How would it connect, though? Jeez, that took a while. We're going to put the fuel back to 50%. $7.39 a gallon. It's a little bit cheaper. We're going to load this in. So we've got 379 in cargo, 190, that's me. 50% fuel. Confirm and go fly. They gave 7 days free sub to everyone because of all this. Ah, is that what they did? So was that... Wait a minute. So if you start on the trial for 7 days, did the 7 days add on top of that 7 days? That's fair enough. You have both On-Air and FSE. 3 years of FSE. I like the UI of On-Air, but community better on FSE. On-Air devs are a lot more active than FSE. Destination was Clog, I believe. Right, fuel loaded. Passengers, okay. Cargo loaded. If Squirrel starts a VA on Thunder, I'll move up to Thunder. Well, my plan is to do that, but I'm going to have to get... I'm going to have to grind 100 grand first, aren't I? Now, my only question is, do I restart the sim at this point? Because it was behaving a bit janky here. I might actually have to restart the sim. Get a loan. Well, that... I mean... I don't know. If you get 100 grand loan just to start a VA, you could be building yourself up for trouble. The loan amount is relative to your reputation. Ah. Let me quickly bounce this. Yeah, I'm going to reboot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do what used to work for me before, which is I'm going to just set the destination. Set the departure in Flight Sim and then program the rest into the avionics. Because that's worked better for me. Well, the thing is, Neo, I just did exactly that. I selected IFR. I chose my RNAV 20, I think it was. Took off out of the airport, but I flew out of the opposite runway to what it was expecting. Turned around to pick up the magenta line, and it just did not update. And it kept thinking that the magenta line I should have gone through, it wouldn't activate the next magenta line, so that it just went completely screwed from then on. Enable small airports in settings for higher paying jobs. The only thing is you'll probably land in fields. Really? That's hilarious. 15 months, Sighted Dog, thank you. Well, we're going to try it this way and see what happens. Yeah, it's exactly what it was doing, Neo. It's exactly acting like I missed a checkpoint. So what I wonder is if in that case, if I'd have gone to the flight plan and deleted the waypoint that it wanted, if I'd have cleared it out and it was skipped to the next one, maybe it would have worked okay. I don't know, Whiteland. Are you on the trial yet? If you try it, Whiteland, make sure you go Thunder. No, not Lightning. You have to go Thunder. Thank you. Austin Leeds, community component member. Hope you're enjoying on. If you have any questions, I'm happy to help out. Austin. At the moment, Honor seems to be, apart from the server issues, Honor is behaving fine. Just my flight simulator avionics are not. So if you could fix those, that would be great. But welcome to the stream. Right, we'll stick with the tangerine because I like the tangerine. G1000 KSRB. Starts off in one of the GA ramps. See what it's put us. Yeah, it's fine. Live weather. Go flying. Vinyl Rabbit, thank you for subbing. Welcome. Mr. Squirrel's brought... Oh my god, what is this? Sausage on toast? Wait, what? Sausage on toast with tomato? Who puts tomato on sausage on toast? Is that cheese and tomato or just... What the heck? That's so random. Thank you, Austin. I'm not sure how to get in touch with you guys, but thank you. Actually, I think one of you emailed me. This is new to me. I have never had sausage with tomato on toast before. This is actually... It's not very often when you try something completely new. And I'm trying not to like it, but it's actually quite nice. Right. Not responding. That's not a good sign. Why is it not responding? Is that because I restarted Flight Sim? You've never heard of sausage on toast? Are you mad? Go and buy some sausage. Go and buy some bread. I think I'm going to have to kill this. It's dead. Oh, wait. No, it's dead. Austin, could you message one of the moderators? Who's modding right now? Trucker J of Rome. If you just whisper one of the moderators and give them the link, they can then pass it on to me. I'm a bit concerned that if I kill this... Dude, I can't hit start tracking. It's not respond... Oh, wait. It's coming back. No, it's not responding. Austin, what's going on with the servers? Are they just completely overloaded, or is there like some problem, like some other problem?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Okay, right, there we go. Just come back. Jack and Ori, thank you for 7 months. Too many beepy things on planes. Right, we're going KSRB to Clug, I think. Oh, you scumbag. I so want to have these dials. I so want to have them. So I have to mouse wheel. I hate the mouse wheeling. Clug. Right, procedure. Select approach. RNAV. What's the weather doing down there? Where's Clug gone? It'd be really, really handy if it showed you a line to your destination. Because I don't know what Clug is on here. They're not fully stable. Sunday, they're getting mashed on Sunday. That's what's going on. Where's Clug? There, oh, there it is. It's a lot closer than I thought. There's no weather report for Clug. I'm going to go for 2-0 and hope that that's the right choice. Right. We need to be at 3,000 at Ox. No, it's just doing that thing again. Forget it. Forget it. Give up. Run away. Antoine is typing something in announcements right now. He's probably saying the servers are broke. I reckon we get out of here. It's fine. Beacon lights going on. Mixture rich. Fuels on both.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
I didn't break the servers.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Oh, the mouse wheel slips just slightly off, and then it just zooms you in and then does something else completely. That's why I hate the mouse wheel thing. Hendo, thank you for 32. Jack and Nori, thank you for 7. Welcome, guys. Thank you. Oh yeah, I remember breaking that Slipper website. That was hilarious when that happened. The Squirrel Slipper website, wasn't it? And we completely broke their site. I put the link in chat, and next thing, people like, server not responding. That was funny. Alright. Taxi lights going on. Mind your head, boys. Don't look. It's all good. He's fine. He'll live. During Sunday Night Trucking, it was more than that, Jack Sims. I think it was back in the 2.4K days. Any favourite TV program at the moment? What are we watching at the moment? We're watching the, oh, what's it called? There's a TV show that comes out every Monday. There's an episode, and it's about... What's the, I'm trying to think of the name. The Arkham, like the Arkham Asylum world. It's set in that, basically. I can't remember the name of it, though. Yeah, the whole Gotham world, yeah. You know, the Arkham Asylum stuff. Arkham Horror. It's all set in that. So you've got these, like, creatures that can go underground and stuff. Lovecraft County, that's it. That's the one. Lovecraft County. Thank you, Veltiel. So we're watching that. Because I quite like the Arkham Horror world. It's a bit weird. The editing's a bit odd on it. It seems to jump lots of things. It's a bit... So I'm still on the fence about the whole thing at the moment. Yeah, the H.P. Lovecraft world. Arkham. Well, I'm having a go, Torble. Right. Flaps 10 degrees. Completely unnecessary. Trim is set. Lights are done.
Approaching runway 0422. Entered runway 0422.
Power set, airspeed building.
Airborne time logged.
And we're up. Turn off the landing light before it shouts at me. Flaps are up and we'll make our turn. Have you watched Heathrow, Britain's busiest airport? Oh god, we're flying into the soup again, look at this. Which one? The new one? I think I've series linked it, but I haven't watched it yet. I hate the way it does this. Really hate the way it does this. Why can't it just stay on course and just, like, if it looked at the direction of the plane, it would be like, well, that's intercepting anyway in like a minute, so why bother turning in and then overshooting it like that? It's just stupid. And it's just overcorrecting again. It just needs tuning. Like, it does the right thing, but it just does it in the wrong way.
Welcome back, Nata.
Yeah, I think it basically thinks it's an Oshkosh all the time. Oh yeah, we're playing Thunder. It's the only way to go. We don't mess around. It's Thunder or nothing. Real world or nothing. Welcome back, Chicken Ori. See, it's lovely weather down there, but we're going this way. Recommended intersection angle to the radar 45, 30 normally. Like, if you're trying to catch a VOR radial, you'd go 30 degrees, is the preference. Good times. You had the joys of a B&Q trip. Oh dear. Nostra A90. I mean, I'm doing, I'm just starting out, so help is appreciated, but absolutely not necessary. But I want to get to the point where I can start a VA, and I need like 100 grand for that. So any pennies would be put towards starting a VA, basically. The weather's accurate. It's raining like crazy here. It certainly looks that way. Let's keep the climb going. What do you rate shortbread biscuits? They're pretty good, shortbread biscuits. A little bit buttery for me. I prefer a Nice biscuit to a shortbread. Look at those storms, that's just crazy. Crazy weather, look at it. I think the airline code in Thunder is SQRL. If that's what you need. Where am I based out of Thunder? What was it? It's Nashville. Yeah. What was the code for Nashville again? KNBA or something? Yeah, KBNA. KBNA. Kilo Bravo November Alpha. Come to the UK, you can sell you cheap fuel. Listen, when we've built up Nashville and it's the hub of the world, we'll sell you cheap fuel. Austin, I think. Pascal is the guy that emailed me, I think. Alright, coming up on 6k. Chart for this RNAV 20. Ox says we need to be at 3,000 though. I've put the DA in. The LNAV VNAV. So we need to get to 3,000 feet exactly at Ox. And the course is 201. So that will be our next altitude. However, I think it goes to Ep first, and then Ox is 6 nautical later. So we've got time yet. Can I check Discord? 1 second. Done. Was that it, Rome, or was it something else? Was it just the Discord server? Oh, was that... Right, so that's Ken's... Right. I don't... How are we going to do it, though, Tarbell? I think what we'll do, mods, about that is we'll do it like... We'll do that next week. I need opportunities to basically figure out how to do that. Because we've not done that in a while. So we won't do that today, we'll do it next week. If that's okay. Because I think Pascal emailed me anyway, so I'll just reply back to him. And we can figure it out that way. Oh, right, Austin, got you. Well, I can't tell from that name. Like, Austin, you've got a name that is your name, but he's not. His name is Pascal, and he's got a Twitch name of Tarbell QC. I've just finished off my sausage on toast. So I think this is going to be the last flight today, because we're doing the group flight at 5. If you want to join the group flight, !route, and have a look at the route, get yourself spawned in on the North server soon. What does Squirrel do apart from Twitch streaming if it's not confidential? I'm a government agent. I'm a spy. I do Twitch to sort of confuse people into thinking I'm not really a spy. No, I do YouTube as well, basically. YouTube and spying and Twitch. And now you're thinking, oh, but what if he's really a spy and he's saying that he's a spy to sort of throw us off the scent that he's a spy? Ah, the old double sleight of hand. Exactly, I'm a secret squirrel. Yeah, I just do spying for a bit of extra cash, you know. Exactly, it sounds like something a spy would say. He's like, I'm not a spy. Oh, I am really. Haha. No, I quit my job back in 2015, and now I do YouTube and Twitch. His real name is SquirrelPlus. That would kind of make it obvious, wouldn't it? Ah, SquirrelPlus, you deny that you're a Russian spy. I'm not a Russian spy. What, the name like SquirrelPlus? You deny it? Well, obviously I'm not a Russian spy, because I would never have chose a stupid name like SquirrelPlus, right? That's obvious. Double Nut 7. Do you fly out of Northfield IRL? I do. I'm going to be flying this week. I flew twice last week. I've got to do another 8 hours before middle of November to get my SCP rating renewed. Because Corona kind of messed things up. Oh, is he on? I don't know. Less than 100, I think. No, I do not have my own plane. I would love... to be honest, I don't think... I don't think I'd want to have my own plane. I think I'd be very happy with either a quarter or a fifth of a share in a plane. So I've got like a really nice plane, I've got access to it, but the plane's getting used more than I would personally use it. That would be my ideal scenario. Oh, you're in Androsfield. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've not landed in Androsfield, but my instructor was telling me that Androsfield has night lighting, I think. Because it's the one thing that Northfield doesn't have is night lighting. I've been asking for it for years, but unfortunately Epping District Council look after Northfield and they're not that clued up about it. However, the Met Police have moved in and the air ambulance are setting up a massive new hangar right now. So they're fully moving in from Earlscone, Essex and Herts Air Ambulance. So given that they'll both be there, although they've kind of put their own little mini helicopter lights in, but I really wish they'd put proper airfield lighting in. They'd make a lot of money. Like if they run that even till 9, 10 o'clock at night, they'll make so much money on landing fees from people wanting to do their night rating. Look at this weather. Well, the guy who runs the flight group says, you know, he's been campaigning for years to get night lights put in, and he keeps telling them they'll make a lot of money. But like I say, this is Essex County Council, Epping Forest District Council, I think they're called. And they don't really understand aviation that well. They just kind of inherited the airfield. And there was talk, like there's developers have been wanting to buy Northfield for years because they would absolutely love to get rid of the runway and build a massive housing estate because it's right next to the MLM junction. It's like prime land. But there's no way that's happening anymore. You need to get an instrument rating before you get commercial. Not entirely sure about that. Quite probably, I would have thought. So we need to be 3,000 by here. We're 24 from there. That's 6 nautical miles there. I reckon about 5 nautical away I'll probably descend. Thank you, Faultier. I can probably give you an overhead view. There you go. So, just to run through the obvious questions. There's a camera up there, which is the Sony Alpha, can't remember. It's on my specs page. There's another one here that looks down like that. My track IR is there. This is a Zeus 49-inch super ultra wide. I use that much of the screen when I'm streaming and YouTubing because that there is a 21 by 9 image. That's 2560 by 1080. The screen is 3840 by 1080. But if I use that, you won't see that. So there's not really much point rendering those pixels. So what I do is I take that image and I shrink it down and then put my overlays underneath. So you see everything there. You see all of that 21:9 image. Over here is the keyboard, which is on a tray, as you can see. Where I can just push that out the way. Down here is my throttle quadrant, which is currently the Warthog. When I get the honeycomb throttle, which should come round about October, November, I'll have to change this up a bit, but that also pushes out the way on a bearing accessory arm. Then you've got 2 stream decks here. Complete overkill. You only need 1, but I like having 2. Honeycomb yoke goes there. That can remove, and I can put my wheelbase there if I want to do driving. Underneath, you can't see at the moment, but at the back are Thrustmaster TPR rudder pedals. And then on this side, if you can see this, you've got the Warthog stick just here. You've got my mouse tray just in front of it, like literally the mouse tray's here, so my mouse is there on a panel which is also mounted to the rig. Like the rig comes back basically. This is my iPad, which is in a RAM mount arm. So this is the iPad that I fly with, IRL. That's clamped onto the wheel deck rig there, and it has an arm. So what I do when I go flying is I just loosen that, and then the whole thing just pulls away, and that then goes and sits in the cockpit of the Cessna. Underneath, which you can't quite see, is my TH8A shifter for racing and driving and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Microphone's here, which is on a movable arm, so I can push it out the way when I want to get in and out. And then the whole rig itself is a SimLabs P1X rig. Pretty much stock. There's nothing special here. It's everything that you can buy on the SimLab website. And then above it is a second monitor, which you can't see, which is a 32-inch monitor. That's on the SimLabs do a stand for single and triple monitors. And this is the single stand, and then they do a quad, it's called a quad extension, because the idea is this is a 3-screen setup, and then above it you put the 4th screen. But the 4th screen extension works on the single stand as well. That is freestanding upright, so there's legs down the side there. That's freestanding, so if I move on the rig, that doesn't move the screen. That stands on its own. But you'll see all of this in a video that I'll do when I get round to it at some point, maybe. What kind of chair? It's Sparco. It's a Sparco racing seat, Evo 2 or something. You can put that whatever you want on here. You could get a chair out of a car and put it on here. In fact, this is literally a car chair. This is a racing approved, fire retardant, 500-pound racing chair. Are the servers down again? Oh god. It doesn't say it's not connected. Looks okay at my end. How do you find sitting in a racing chair for 5 to 6 hours at a time? For normal people, it would be absolutely fine. For me in particular, I have at the bottom of my spine where the coccyx is, I have a bit of like arthritis there on the tailbone. So if I put pressure on the tailbone for too long, I end up with pain basically, and I have to take anti-inflammatories for it. So I actually have a gel. It's like a coccyx memory foam gel thing that goes onto the. I put it on the seat and sit on that. If I didn't have that, I'd be in a lot of pain because they're not meant to be super comfortable for racing. But you could not have this seat. You could have like a very comfortable executive seat and just mount it on here. This is a rig. You can mount what you like on it. Yeah, exactly. Doofiest, if you actually look at you'll see my seat. My seat that I bought is an R-Logic orthopedic seat, at my desk over there. And that has the cutout for the coccyx, so you don't put any pressure on the tailbone. But that's just a personal problem to me, right? It's like, if you happen to have a personal problem with a joint and you're putting pressure on that joint all the time, you're not going to have a great time. If I sit in here for 4 hours and get up, I'm fine. If I sit in here for 8 or 9, like I do, then at the end of the day, I'll have to go and spend an hour or two basically sitting sideways for a bit so I don't put pressure on it. Well, because Fluff, I kind of got the seat before the problem developed, really. No, it's a £500 cost, not a £500 in weight seat. Captain Chaos, thank you for subbing. Welcome. Rip out the racing chair and install a secret labs chair. I mean, at some point one day, I might just take this seat off and put a more comfortable standard seat in there, I guess. Maybe one day I'll do that. I don't know. Because I don't really need the kind of, you know, the racing curve. I don't need the fact that it stops me from moving sideways. I don't need that. I'm not experiencing any G-forces when I'm sat here. So I don't need that. It looks cool, but I don't need it. And, you know, maybe if you're doing, like, sim racing, it helps a bit because it keeps you in place when you're, you know, moving your feet around. But if you're just flying and stuff, you don't need it. I mean, I wouldn't want a seat that when I press on the pedals, I start kind of sliding on the seat a bit. I wouldn't want that. That would be annoying. Do you ever think to do real piloting? I do real piloting. I do that. How far are we? 7 nautical. Right, let's start descending shortly. No, Parsley, you're absolutely right. I really, really should. And I do get up and go for toilet breaks and stuff, but I should just go out and do like a 5-minute stretch or something. I'm really bad for that, and you know I should absolutely do that. Keep an eye on the records, the big plush leather Mercedes or Lotus seats. Yeah, that would be perfect. If I could get like a seat. I mean, what would be kind of cool is if I go down to these airline breakers yards and get like one of the captain's seats out of an old plane or something, but might need a bit of refurbishing and it might be a bit high actually. You should stream for 2 hours, but every day. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. I need... when I stream, I'd rather write off the day and stream. I'd rather do that. You know, that works better for me than doing like little bitty streams here and there. Because if I say, oh, I'm going to stream for 2 hours every day, you know, let's say I do that at 6 o'clock at night, right? No matter what I do, I've got to get back home for 5 o'clock. Because I've got to stream at 6 for 2 hours. It kind of messes your day up. Sim stuff, nightlights, honestly, people don't realize how time consuming sim stuff is. Like, if you just play like an FPS shooter or something, you sit at your desk, fire the game up, you're good to go. Cue yourself, off you go, get warmed up, you're great. If you play sim games, particularly flight sim games, it's way more to it than that. Old airplane chairs are not cheap, but it would be a solid investment for me. Something that's super comfortable. I'd spend the money if it looked good in the rig and it was really comfortable for me. I'd spend the money. It's like I've always said before, you know, some old advice that an Australian guy gave me that used to be my boss years ago, many years ago. He died of cancer in the end. Rest his soul. But he had some really good advice. He said, never sort of skimp out when you're buying a sofa or a bed, because if you're not in one, chances are you'll be in the other. And it was true. Very, very true.